Hello everybody and welcome to the Ace Games of the bronze match for the Ultimate Team Tournament 2. The map for the Ace game is decided as Elst Outskirts, and playing from the southeast as the Soviets it is Devm, his teammate as the Brits it is Luvnest.
And in our north spawn, we have our CB heroes who have brought this to a fantastic ace game. We have Artavick and Brosras playing as mixed acts, and they're looking to come. What do they call it? A reverse sweep. Gonna try to go 3 straight after being down 2 games.
Yep, it's been a hell of a series to get to this point, and it's hard to say who's got the more pressure on them right now, because Artavick and Brosras winning 2 games in a row, that's hard to keep up. But Luvnest and Devm have got that pressure of potentially losing after being 2-0 up in the series, and that's hard to deal with psychologically. Let's see how this game goes. Right at the start, huge aggression from Artavick. The Stern Pioneers trying to get close to the conscripts. Look at the damage output.
For a second there, I was gonna say the poor engagement from Devm, but he had that second conscript ready, so he held his ground, didn't retreat those cons there, and because of that, he won the engagement, and they might even win this next one. And look, they've already locked in their commanders. We got Mobile Assault and Guard Motor. Yep. I saw Luvnest using Mobile Assault earlier before I joined in, but I didn't remember Devm's choice.
Well, yeah, they've locked in these commanders every game so far, and with Artavick and Brosras playing Axis, I'm pretty sure they probably can guess what they're going to be up against. Maybe that will lead them to make some advantageous strategic decisions. Right now it's looking like a good start for Allies. They should be able to take fuel in both the east and west once they can get rid of this Volks Grenadier. They've got really, really good cover positions here to pick off these Volks Grenadiers.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
Not really sure what Artavick is doing, but he was pushed off so hard at the start.
he lost his mind for a little bit and took some poor engagements. But in the middle, we have a solid set of engagements from Brosras. He's forcing Luvnest a little bit back because of his numerical superiority. You know, the Brits starting out a bit on the downside here, but he's actually trapped him quite well. That suppression along with the Tommies from the flank negating the cover, that was a great push. He might even pick up this Grenadier squad.
It would be if he was firing at them, but instead they're gone for the Pioneers. Interesting decision. And, just having a look in the center, Grenadiers getting forced off the middle VP. Double fuel coming in at the moment for the Allies. It's plus 33 per minute income. And the Axis, they're just standing there. Artavick is just not moving on the north of the map. Can't blame these guys for being like so tired at the moment. But
yeah,
all of these decisions are going to count. This is the difference, Momo, between $0 and $400 right now. So, you know, the adrenaline has got to kick in.
Commander abilities ready. Commander abilities ready.
There's the universal carry with the Wickers upgrade. Yeah, Artavick is taking some poor engagements. Great merge usage there from Devm. Keeps the flamethrower squad out on the combat field, winning engagements, forcing people out of cover. Great solid push. Well, I for one also, I forgot to mention, I'm happy we're not playing on rails and metals. Else is a lot more enjoyable to play and to watch.
Absolutely. I think actually I saw Stern Panther saying the rules dictate that the Ace game is actually on Elst Outskirts, so...
Awesome. It must have been like the top map in the pick, if I remember right, how it works. Like out of what's remaining. Yeah.
There's, I mean, for a start game, like, where are the Axis? I really see so little Axis presence on the field right now. But nevertheless, I mean, this has happened in previous games, and what we have seen is a little bit of what's happening right now. Artavick's Jaeger Light Infantry there just spotted by the Universal Carrier, so I think Luvnest Devm going to know that Overwatch is the pick here. Brosras has gone in for Jaeger Infantry Doctrine, so a little bit of a different late game Stuka close air support, but there's going to be great opportunities here for camouflage with the G43s. And if those units pop out the camouflage with the damage boost, I think that's going to be pretty tasty to see here. Oh, I think Devm just got caught laying mines there, he did.
Allies had double fuel for a little bit of time there. It's going to be quite a little boost for checking up. Let's see. Yep, Devm already has T70, or sorry, Tier 3 in production. He's going to be able to afford it once it's down, as long as he manages his manpower correctly.
Oh, no. What was Brosras doing here? I think he's actually just trying to break the line of sight from the Vickers there and get back into cap, but Tommies are going to come in from Luvnest to secure that. After all the effort that's being done on the right-hand side for Artavick to take that fuel, Luvnest, look at him, he's all over the map right now, and he's managed to decap a strategic point, which is now denying any fuel that does get captured on the right. So, really big plays from Luvnest. And what is Devm doing during this time? Just casually back in base, his entire army in the base right now.
Well, he's got a T70 in production. This is a quick T70 thanks to that double fuel. It's going to be around the 7.5 minute mark. And doesn't look like they're ready for it. Artavick has gotten mech down, but he's about 30 fuel off from a Puma. If they can hold on to that right fuel, it's going to be a great service to them, because this T70 is going to annihilate what they have on the field right now. There's no Ricketten, no pack. I don't know if he built a telemine at all anywhere.
I don't think
but,
so.
Alright, just looking around, but based on his munitions, I think I don't think he got anything down.
Luvnest did lose a Tommy squad, by the way, on the building on left VP. So a little win for Axis. They're starting to get a bit more active now in the east of this map. They've got a lot of work to do. 2 VPs at least, so the ticker is on their side for a while. Artavick trying to snare the T70 here to stop it from being as effective. There are 2 squads of engineers there, though, so that Faust not going to be too useful, but we'll give some veterancy to the...
Devon was like, yeah, dude, go ahead and Faust me. I have 2 combat engineers that you can see. I'll gladly take your 25 munitions. Yep, he's back up to speed already. And he might even get a good wipe on this bulk if he decides to chase, because they're bunched up right now. Nothing scarier than a full health T70 chasing it down with nothing to stop it. Puma's in production, but it's not going to be anywhere close to in time.
Could have been worse, actually. Could have been worse. Look at this, Universal Carrier and AEC just breaking through the fence there to try and get the Pioneers. Whilst they're inside the house, is there enough time for the Puma to come out? Great play by Devm. They're cutting resources off from the Axis. This is actually a really brutal game for Artavick and Brosras, because they have a lot to come back from right now. You don't want to be in a position like this for an ace game.
Fortunately, one saving grace is that they're not too down on BPs. The worst thing is to be down like 150, 200 VPs in the first 10-15 minutes. It just gives you a lot less time to mount a comeback and take advantage of your opponent's mistakes. Pack is taking some pot shots, and this is the Universal Carrier thanks to its small model. Oh, it looks like the AEC is going to eat a Faust and a Pack hit.
It won't, because the Puma's going to come in and help. And Brosras there, I think, just communicating a bit with Artavick. Smoke is popped. Puma's going to have to shoot through there.
The attack ground miss.
Oh, this is really annoying. Actually, the sappers are there as well.
Oh my
The Puma could go down
God.
from this. The AC does go down to a shot, I think, from the AT gun. The AT grenade from the sappers goes in. Puma traded immediately.
Wow. That is how you make the best out of a poor situation. The AC was as good as dead to the pack, but they somehow forced Artavick into a poor position to get his Puma traded. And that is the best thing you can do there. Like, very well played by the Allies.
It's.
I feel like they weren't really ready for that, but just they were fortunate enough to have the right units to take advantage of the Puma missing that first attack ground through the smoke and the AC landing both. So they had the snares on hand.
They also just
Look at this
lose
T7.
the Jaeger light infantry on the right hand side. I mean, terrible start to the game, and losing really key units right from the beginning. They now try to get the AT gun up to try and deal with the T70, but conscripts are on it. It sets up in negative cover. That's how desperate they are to try and stop the T70 from killing units on the retreat. And I think it's actually time for Axis to play together. They just have to bunch up now and force the enemy away in number. They need some territories. They need some resources.
Artavick finally builds a Raketin. I think waited way too long. Cost him a squad. Not even.
It's amazing how much free reign the T70 gets when there's no Puma on the field. Has so much time to fire on retreating units. Okay, Brosras and Artavick, they do actually seem to be sticking together now. They're just trying to get control of some resources so they can bring out some vehicles.
Ooh, yep, that's right. They have no other choice but to band up now. Look at these commandos in the middle VP. They have not, I don't think they've been spotted once this game so far. So the first unfortunate soul to step into that VP is going to have the roughest day.
I think we're about to see it as well. The 2 squads coming in. Oh, please. Don't do it. Don't do it. Think of the children, please.
Oh, here he goes. No way. Oh, he's going to definitely get that. There's no way he doesn't pick that up.
I don't know. They seem to be getting away with it. Wow, they even got Tommy squads there covering the retreat plus the universal carrier. None of it was good enough. Finally, the Axis do have some fuel. Trying to go for the VP all the way on the right-hand side of the map. Probably the worst VP that they could possibly take. You see here, Luvnest, he's going now behind Artavick's troops. He's going to go for that territory decap. And maybe pick off any of the retreating squads that come in. There are serious holes in the Axis forces. Like, I can't believe that with both players on that side, Luvnest is still able to find a gap to move like this into. How have they let that strategic point be decapped?
It's honestly, from experience, this north spawn sometimes is pretty hard to defend because of all the little blockers that your opponents can hide in. Like that middle VP, you have the mini forest, you have the house. On the right side, there's a bunch of shot blockers, so it's very unforgiving. If you make a mistake and the opponent's like, oh, rip to those therm piles.
I don't really know what to say, to be honest.
Yeah, quite the anticlimactic ace game.
Yeah,
It's not over quite yet. There's still, the allies can definitely pull like a Von Ivan on a two-person scale, and all of a sudden things are even.
Yes! The universal carrier is down. Axis have now got their way back into the game. This is amazing. And now we see the Jaeger light infantry. They're running in. They will be up against a T-70 and a T-34, but they have everything they need to deal with this situation. The T-70 there just going on for some retreating units. And it will be met with by the Volks Grenadiers.
Great job, guys. You got the universal carrier. There's the Iron Cross for you.
I'm not dissing the players here, but you know, it's just like it's such a tough situation to even kind of view. I don't think you can say anything bad about them. They played like incredible games. Yeah, you'd be exhausted if you played a solid like 4 or 5 hours of Company of Heroes to this level as well. But they've just had such bad luck, I think, with the squad wipes.
Yeah, it looks like that tournament stamina that we see from our 1v1 players has come to fruition. Like, they clearly have the experience. There's no other way to put it. Like, they're used to playing those all-day tournaments. Like, this is just another day for them.
Sure. I mean, if we're
Not
seriously...
to say that that's a tournament player, but
yeah, if we're seriously looking at options here, I mean, like, you're gonna have to see Artavick go for a Puma. They're gonna have to play that as best they can. As for Brosras, I mean, he's Battle Phase 2. I think he probably could get a Panzer IV out in reasonable time. But they'd have to play exceptionally well with these units. You have to bear in mind as well, allies have been on plus 52 munitions. I think they're actually more than that earlier because they had double munitions. I think they're on 60 something at one point. They've had a lot to play with, and you just see on the left-hand side of the map, Luvnest has been mining everything.
And Devm, they have so much munitions that Devm was just planting mines in front of the Jaegers. Like, okay, what are you gonna do about it? You defuse, you sweep it. I got plenty more. And he's not wrong because he killed the storm piles, and Artavick hasn't had a chance to rebuild it. Oh my god, that mine just killed a bunch of guys. The mine that was spotted too. Must not have pinged it for his ally.
Oh right, okay.
You're right by the cutoff house on the right side. They swept the other mine with the rockets though. The land mattress out for Luvnest is gonna definitely punish this concentrated position. Oh, MG42 nearly kaput.
We have lost an MG team.
They just cannot get the AT positions as well. You have a look at like the line of sight blockers here. The TD34 is just able to drive around the AT gun. No point even setting up there. Probably get decrewed. Artavick's just forced to Faust it anyway in the hope that maybe there can be another Faust at some point.
Yeah. It just isn't enough. There's a Cromwell and 2 T-34s on the field now.
Are they placing demos on the on the AT?
It could use some smoke too to block that. Although I don't know if he'll get enough time to plan it. No. Good try though. It's just too close to the base.
As if Luvnest has brought in another land mattress. Are you kidding me? Luvnest, come on.
It's the right call. It's the right call. As cheesy as it is, they're all concentrated together in one little blob of land. So lag mattress is the right solution for this challenge, if you can call it a challenge.
It is. I mean,
and we have the customary Axis and Allies OP in the chat. Anytime there's a stomp, the fanboys come out into the chat. Oh my god, my faction is terrible.
It's always the faction.
Look at this. This is proof. How can these tournament players get washed like this? The faction must be terrible. Has nothing to do with how good the enemy team is. Or how well they played in this instance. This is an ace game after all. It's 2-2. It's not like they got 3.
Look at, oh man. Land mattress. Devm's going for a Katusha. will be the second LAN matches ready again soon. And somehow, like, Luvnest is Tommy's capturing the territory points right outside their base. I mean, if you were just joining the series right now, you probably wouldn't think this is the ace game of a best of 5. You'd probably be wondering how that happened. But Artavick and Brosras were 2-0 down in after game 2. And they managed to win 2 games in a row with amazing play. And I honestly think they're just exhausted. And they maybe just find themselves with a little bit of bad luck right now. But they've done so well today. And it is actually a shame to see this happen because it doesn't do justice to the 4 games prior. But this is just a tragic thing that does happen in Company of Heroes. It's
yeah. And to be fair, L's spawn is rough. If you have a bad early game, L's north spawn is very punishing because this happens nearly every game. It's happened to me on both sides, whether it's getting cornered here on the cutoff or being on the opposite end and dishing the damage. A weak early game on L's on that spawn, yeah, it's tough. And again, it goes back to your point you were saying earlier about games being more map dependent than people give credit for.
sure.
If I heard you right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're recapping this. Luvnest and Devm won twice on Eindhoven country. Brosras and Artavick won twice on Wolfhetzer. And the map, I think, has been the changing factor here.
They had the right strat and they played pretty well, very well together early game. They had double fuel for several minutes and Devm got a T70 at the 7-minute mark and it got up to bet 3 very quickly, put on so much hurt, and the Axis, they weren't ready for the T70 quick enough, and the moment they did get a Puma, they got traded instantly in the first engagement, and I think that was the point where things completely fell apart as losing that Puma, because then the T70 had free reign to do whatever it wanted. GG.
Absolutely. Yep, GG, well played to both teams here. Ace game, not the dream game we wanted, but you guys have been treated to 4 amazing games in this series. I think we were kind of like closing out the cast there, but the Axis did manage to get on top of the VPs.
Yeah, that consolation triple cap, throwing every single unit you have to get it, and yeah, just reverse triple cap incoming.
There we go. Well, GG to Luvnest and Devm, who claimed their $400 prize to split between them in 3rd place. Great play from both teams, great series, and thank you so much, Artavick and Brosras, for putting on an amazing show today.